Shit. All right, apparently some action at Frankfort Avenue this morning. Stations are on the scene. Only. Oh, good morning. What are you doing, kid? I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays, Aaron. You lost your hair since I saw you last.
You
too. What's going on? Well, we've got tactical gear.
Yeah.
That's not
we just
good.
put that on. So.
Okay. Well, our favorite block is blocked off. That's not good. That's not good. We shall find out what is. They've got it blocked off all the way from Carmichael's to Margaret's on Frankfort Avenue. Lots of rumors flying, but we're not going to discuss any of those. We're not going to discuss any of those because you know what happens when rumors fly. Lies get told and misinterpretations get made. But all we know right now is LMPD is on the scene at Frankfort Avenue. The street is blocked from Carmichael's all the way up to Margaret's. So it's centered in this block. The intrepid team.
The reason why we went
The intrepid team from WLKY and I are the only ones here at this point, thanks to a call from a neighbor. I was rousted out of my comfort with LA to throw on some clothes and run down here. So while we're just standing here waiting for something to happen, where have you been for the last 20 years?
At KBT for a long time, and then I went to Turner.
Okay.
But I watched all your homeless guys, and always you're watching yourself.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. This guy who's shooting for 32 worked with me back at Channel 15 in the day, 40 years ago. God. 40 years ago.
32 years before I went back to 32.
That scares me to death. Well, we've got 2 officers over here in tactical gear, which I was told they just put on. I think that's our friend from Kashmir who's walking with the police back in the direction of the block. Looks like him, at least from here. It's hard to tell in the sun. I hope he's okay. At this point, either businesses have been locked down and they've been told to shelter in place, or they've been evacuated. One of the two. Because that's standard. Here go the 2 guys with the tactical gear. They are walking to Eggs. I'm going to get in the shade so I can show you a little bit better. They're standing in front of a little coffee shop in Eggs over Frankfort having a conversation. No idea what they're discussing at this point, but the second camera's just arrived. Once again, for those of you just tuning in, the LMPD has Frankfort Avenue blocked from, actually it's farther than Carmichael's, it's from the other side of Just Creations. That's where it looks like they've got it's probably all the way to the end of that block. They've got caution tape wrapped around that entire end of the block, so just past Bailey, you can't get through all the way up to Height right now, so don't try to take Frankfort Avenue if you're coming or going, because you will not go anywhere. Okay, the guys with tactical gear are coming back. This is the bomb squad, as this shirt indicates, so I'm going to make the assumption that there was a bomb threat of some sort. some sort of incendiary device or threat. Once again, we're at the corner of Height and Frankfort where the blockade begins. LMPD has blocked this area of Frankfort Avenue off all the way up to Birchwood, I believe, just past Bailey. So 2 entire blocks of Frankfort Avenue are at this time cordoned off. The t-shirt says Bomb Squad. 2 officers are in tactical gear. Supervisors on scene. And they're moving the cordon at this point. Caution tape is coming down. Caution tape has been removed from the next block. Yeah, this is what boots on the ground, live on the scene reporting is, which is a lot of wondering what in the hell's going on and not really having any answers because no answers are given usually at the scene. You just have to kind of wait and see what happens from the statement that the PIO will put out. But caution tape has come down on both ends of the blocked area. And it's actually being moved to a bit closer area. So Margaret's consignment is now half out of the blocked zone. And now they're just blocking the sidewalk. They're not blocking the street. So you can see the LMPD officer adding the caution tape back on the Frankfort Avenue sidewalk. Yep. They're enclosing the area. I heard him say, move this to here, move that to there. So, did you guys go hit that rollover?
Yeah.
Hope those kids are okay.
That chopper and everything.
Jeez, yeah, I saw the chopper. I know, it's terrifying. I immediately said a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we're clear to walk, officer?
Yes, you're clear up except for right in front of the eggs.
Okay, thank you, Officer Rock. Appreciate it. So it appears that Eggs over Frankfort is the targeted area here for whatever it is that's going on. The officer said I was clear to walk up here, so I'm on the opposite side of the street, obviously. And all of the street has been cleared as well. No more blockade on Frankfort Avenue. But still a police presence in the area. Some
One side, Frankfort Avenue.
folks
One
down
side, Frankfort Avenue.
Bailey here,
What sign?
standing by their cars.
What sign?
So the tape area now goes from the sidewalk on Bailey and Frankfort, which is the end of Carmichael's bookstore, down to Eggs Over Frankfort. So that includes the family dentistry office, Cashmere, the Crescent Hill Coffee, and um, Eggs Over Frankfort and Bourbon Barrel Foods. That's where the caution tape stops. Still traffic is open again as we just stay across the street. Media is joining me up the street. This is my neighborhood, so a neighbor rousted me out pretty early and said something was going on down the street. And I came down to check out what it was and found a whole bunch of LMPD, street blocked, people in tactical gear, bomb squad t-shirt, and no answers at this point. But the caution tape starts at Bourbon Barrel Foods and goes up on the sidewalk to the end of the block at Carmichael's. At this point, making a scientific wild ass guess, I'm going to assume there was some sort of bomb threat. But as we said again, I have no idea if that's true. Because they haven't told us anything. But that's what the common perception is. Something went wrong. It required them to call LMPD. Some officers in tactical gear got out, walked up, turned around, came back, and now a certain segment of the sidewalk is blocked off from Bourbon Barrel Foods to Carmichael's Books. We're still staying on this side of the road. And this driver who just pulled up in front of the store, and officers explaining to her that they've got a crime scene. So something has happened inside or outside Little Crescent Hill Coffee here, apparently. Or Eggs Over Frankfort, which are side by side, which are conjoined by walkthroughs, which are owned by the same people. Traffic is moving through again, though, folks, so it's like a report is being made over here of some sort. Sorry, we can't give you more specifics, but we can't really tell you what we don't know. We do know there was a huge LMPD presence in a very quiet part of town, which usually does not get a lot of attention from anybody except shoppers on Frankfort Avenue. So, yeah, I just heard the officer say from across the street, "You can't park here. There's a crime scene." So, in the frontage of Crescent Hill Coffee and Eggs Over Frankfort, they have closed the sidewalk, and that's why we're on the opposite side of the street. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
But yeah,
We're
they were
live.
pretty much like, we have clients who need to open, and the man didn't clearly answer their question and say
Exactly.
yes or no.
Exactly.
But they're like, well,
Yeah, I just heard the officer say to the driver who pulled up in front of the Eggs Over Frankfurt, and I believe she works there, because I recognized her, and he said, can't park here. It's a crime scene.
so they're thinking,
So these two businesses are the same. See Crescent Hill Coffee and Black Lives Matter sign there in the Eggs Over Frankfurt. Those two businesses are the same. There's a walk through behind, and they actually serve coffee over there while people wait for
I
breakfast.
figured it was at the coffee shop because they were open. Hello?
And we've got Chapter 32 going overhead. Flying over
Yeah,
to
I
see
mean, I don't
what's
have any
happening.
details on what's happening, but it's still a police presence, so I can go live. The only thing they've confirmed is that
So now we're down to four or five officers is all that's left. So the investigation's going on. I'm sure that we will hear something from LMPD. There's still a couple of officers up here. There's 3 cruisers.
the road has reopened, but
The road is open. The sidewalk is still closed between Carmichael's and the end of Broken Barrel Foods. So this area of Frankfort Avenue is not walkable on the sidewalk, but they have apparently cleared the traffic, obviously, going through, and the only words that I could distinguish from across the street was, you can't park here, it's a crime scene. So these two businesses together, Crescent Hill Coffee, which is the old Heine Brothers, and Eggs Over Frankfurt, are conjoined by a little pass-through. So folks come over all the time and drink coffee at Crescent Hill Coffee while they wait for their tables at Eggs Over Frankfurt. And at this point, pretty much all we know. All right, you guys, there's not much else to tell you at this point. I'm sure that our intrepid team from Wave 3 will find out all the details when they are given, and you will see it on the news. But in case it was something incredibly emergent, I wanted to just come down and pop up and show you what was happening. So still a conversation being had on the sidewalk. Know anything?
Yeah,
Do you want to talk about it?
not necessarily.
Okay, I'm live, so.
Got
You don't have to go on camera if you just want to tell me what you want to tell me. It's fine. I mean, people just wanted to know what was going on.
there's a guy that got arrested.
Okay.
And after they cuffed him and took him away, they came in and warned us there might be a bomb in this vehicle.
Holy shit, that's terrifying. Okay, well, that's the answer from somebody who was inside when it happened. Sad world we've got here. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Sad world we've got here, guys. So apparently somebody arrested inside. And then after being arrested, police said there was a bomb threat. So I will leave you now, and I'm sure that there will be more updates to come.